a dream passed down through generations. A dream that would reach far beyond the horizon and defy time itself. It began with a grandfather, then a son, and then a grandson. Each man a king, each king a builder, and each builder a believer in eternity. The grandfather was Khufu, known in ancient texts as the mighty Cheops. Around 4,500 years ago, in 2580 BCE, he envisioned something no one had dared before. A monument so grand, so eternal, it would echo his name long after his bones had turned to dust. He wanted more than a tomb. He wanted a stairway to the gods. And so, the Great Pyramid of Giza was born. Khufu's pyramid was the first and the largest, and remains the most mysterious. It remained the tallest man-made structure in the world for about 4,000 years. It rose to 146.6 meters, built with 2.3 million limestones block, each cut, transported, and placed with uncanny precision. Even today, its alignment with the true north is nearly perfect. Something modern builders struggle to replicate. It wasn't just architecture, it was a cosmic compass. A celestial gateway. Inside were chambers and shafts, not filled with gold but aligned with stars. Khufu's builders were not slaves, as once thought. They were skilled Egyptian workers organized in rotating crews, fed well and buried with honor near the site. The graffiti, like the friends of Khufu, reminds us they were proud of what they built. Decades later, Khufu's son Khafre took his place on the throne, and his place in the dream. He didn't try to outdo his father's in size, but in symbolism, his pyramid, slightly smaller at 143.5 meters, was built on higher ground, making it appear even taller. His was a statement of balance and continuity, not a rivalry. But Khafre added something his father never did: a guardian. At the foot of his pyramid, he commissioned a carving of Great Sphinx, a creature with the body of a lion and face of a man, believed to be his own likeness, facing the rising sun. A sphinx became a sentinel of the sacred. Even now it stands watch, eroded by wind but not forgotten, its expression stoic and eternal. Then came the grandson Menkaure. He was the youngest of the three kings, and his pyramid too was the smallest, just 65.5 meters tall. But Menkaure's pyramid was not a mark of weakness, it was one of the refinement. He chose to build much of it in rose-colored granite, a material far harder to work with but more lasting and beautiful. Nearby, he had three smaller pyramids built, likely for his queens. Menkaure's reign is remembered as more merciful. His pyramids, smaller though it may be, reflects care and craftsmanship. And here is something most people never heard about: the graffiti inside the Great Pyramid. Yes, deep inside the upper chambers of Khufu pyramid, places that were not meant to be seen by anyone. Archaeologists found red painted markings left behind by the workers themselves. These were not fancy carvings or royal messages. They were like signatures left with pride by the teams who helped build this massive structure. Some of the names they used were things like the Friends of Khufu and even the Drunkards of Menkaure. These were the names of work crews organized like small teams or gangs. It's almost like how construction crew today spray paint their names on steel beams. It showed they were proud of what they were building. What's even more amazing is that the graffiti includes Khufu's royal name, Khunum Khufu, which means Khufu is protected by the god Khunum. This proves that the pyramid was really built during his reign and by Egyptian workers, not slaves or aliens. The graffiti was discovered in 1837 by a British British explorer named Howard Weiss, who climbed into hidden chambers above the king's chamber that graffiti simple, rough and honest. It's some of the strongest evidence we have who really built the Great Pyramid. Ordinary Egyptians, organized, skilled and loyal to their king. Together, these three pyramids form more than a skyline. They form a legacy. They align not only with each other, but some say with the belt stars of the constellation Orion, believed to represent Osiris, the god of the afterlife. They stand just hundreds meters apart. Khufu to Khafre, 350 meters. Khafre to Menkaure, 200 meters. A short walk between them, yet each one is separate chapter of an epic family saga. The geographical placement of Khufu pyramid is particularly astonishing. It lies near the geographic center of Earth's landmass. The cost of such monuments today would be astronomical, $5 billion or more to replicate just a Great Pyramid using modern equipment. But for Khufu, Khafre and Menkaure, the cost was measured not in money but in belief. The workers may not have been giant in size, but the vision, their loyalty and the labor was monumental. These pyramids were not just tombs, they were vessels of the soul. The ancient Egyptians believed that death was not the end. It was a journey, and the pyramid was the launch point. They were maps of the cosmos, sacred machines built to align the pharaohs with the gods and the stars. And so, 3 generations of kings carved their names into the bones of the earth. Not with ink, but with stones. Khufu, the dreamer, Khafre, the builder, Menkaure, the artist. 3 pyramids, 3 lives, 1 dream. Still standing, still whispering, still waiting to be fully understood.